It is a beautiful day for some DSA, and welcome to the Cozy Club, my friends. My name is Cozy Gamer, and if this is among the first Disney Sorcerer's Arena videos that you guys are watching, I want to personally welcome you to the DSA family and welcome you in to one of the best Disney communities and an amazing gaming community. Whether you came here as a new player to Disney Sorcerer's Arena or you've been playing for a little bit but want to get back to the basics and understand the game as a whole, that is exactly what we are going to do in today's video, a beginner's and jumpstart guide to Disney Sorcerer's Arena. My name's Cozy Gamer, guys, and I am excited to be able to walk you guys through this complex but also simplified game once you get the mechanics down. So Disney Sorcerer's Arena is a character collection game. Guys, you're going to be using these characters in different game modes and feats to conquer the arena, to go after Ursula within the raid, and to fight along other players in live PvP. So naturally, with this being a character collection game, we're going to start with the characters and an overview of what this all means. Now, quickly, before we get started, if you guys want help along your DSA journey, I'm actually going to be starting a free-to-play account in 2021 with you guys so I can better relate and get great content out for the free-to-play community. So if you guys don't want to miss a video or guide, go ahead and join the Cozy Club family. You can go ahead and do so by clicking that red subscribe button down below. And if you enjoyed this beginner's guide and want more kind of early game guides, go ahead and leave a like on this video so I know as well. And also, lastly, comment down below that you're a new member. I'll go ahead and shoot you the Discord link to my Discord, where we've got a bunch of different guides and helpful players to help you along your DSA journey so you don't have to do it alone, and you can join an awesome community. So we're going to be going through all the game modes, exactly what to do within this game, and how to start playing, even if you're not a gamer and just a Disney fan. So with this being a character collection game, let's go ahead and start out in the character screen. Now, you guys can see the different cards right here. The ones that are more colorful are the characters that you have unlocked right now, and the ones that are more grayed out and towards the bottoms are the ones that you need to go ahead and unlock. Right now, there are a ton of characters in these games. Exactly 103 are in the game. 101 are actually playable right now. And there's a lot to it, guys. So many different combinations and so many things that can happen in this game. So first and foremost, if you guys do want help with what characters to go after, go ahead and check out my most recent farming guide up above, and that's going to help give you some direction for the free-to-play overall experience. But let's go ahead and look at the character screen so that you guys can best understand this game. So when you focus on a character, you guys can see right here, you've got a bunch of plus signs, you've got a level up, you've got some shards on the bottom, and some stars as well. So let's go ahead and break this down bit by bit. Now, first of all, you're going to be collecting these character shards on the bottom to further progress your character through star levels. Now, star levels are going to go ahead and increase base stats as attack, offense, defense, which is going to help protect your character, and then also HP. Now, there are many more stats, and with this being a turn-based game, speed is regarded as the most important stat. Now, if you go to the top right corner, you can see your character stats, but that's getting ahead of ourselves a little bit, so let's go ahead and just break it down. So you collect the character shards to go ahead and start unlocking the character. You want to level up your character as you level up your account, which we'll get into how you do that through the different campaigns using the different energies, and it really starts to make sense once you get your hands into it. So essentially, to level up your character and to get them stronger, you can do one of three things. You can level them up, increase their shard and star amounts, or lastly, you can equip gear on your characters, which we'll get to a little bit later in the video. All right, Cozy Club, so we talked about on a micro level the character screen and everything that you need to unlock these characters. However, let's go ahead and talk about the meat and potatoes of this game, being the campaigns and leveling and gaining experience. Now, first things first, you guys can see there are 3 campaigns. After the tutorial, you'll have access to these 3 where you can do battles. They're going to be the heroes, the villains, and the grand campaign. Now, in games like these, you're going to hear a term a lot called farming, and that's essentially going after character shards or farming character shards, not farming like with tomatoes and carrots. So let's go ahead to battle through these campaigns. It requires campaign energy or grand energy, and as you progress further, nodes require more and more energy to complete, and you're going to get more rewards like character shards, gear, and gold for completing these missions. Now we'll dive into these campaigns in just a second. Go ahead and look to the top of the screen on the main page and you guys can see the different energies right there. So you've got your purple energy, that is going to be your grand energy. The yellow is obviously just regular campaign energy. And then lastly, you've got gold, which can be used to upgrade your characters and is a little hard to get. So you want to make sure that you hoard onto this unless it's characters you plan on using. And then lastly, you've got the in-game currency that you can either buy with real money or earn in-game through ads or different experiences being gems. Let's go ahead and take a look. Again, you've got the grand campaign. This is where you're going to be doing lots of battles with that purple energy and earning these rare characters. And then you've got the heroes, which can only use good guys or heroes within the Disney IP. And then lastly, the villains campaign, which is the exact opposite, where you can only use villains. Now, you're going to naturally have more heroes because it's Disney and there's going to be more good guys than bad guys. So you want to make sure that you get a key amount of bad villain characters so you can make your way through the villains campaign as well. Going after people like Syndrome is great in the club exchange, but we're going ahead of ourselves, and you can also find that within my farming guide. So taking a closer look at energy, your energy will recharge throughout the day until it hits its maximum. Now, you want to make sure you do not let this hit its maximum, as this is your biggest resource, and it's not going to charge up if it's at max. So you're going to be using this energy to do campaign battles. So make sure that you use your energy throughout the day or all at once in the morning, and then maybe come play again at night if you plan on just hopping in and out. Now, do keep in mind, periodically throughout the day, there is bonus energy that can be claimed through the quest section. Once again, though, do not miss out on that energy, because if you are free to play, you want to make sure you get your hands on as much energy as possible, because there's not a lot of ways to get it and you can only get so much a day. Again, we're breaking this down very simple. Now that we've talked about energy, let's jump into the grand campaign screen and show you guys kind of what you're looking at here. Now, looking at the Captain Hook shard, you guys can see 1E. You're going to quickly make your way to this. We're going to be fighting a Dutchman, one of these great Jolly Roger pirates, and one of the Cockamores from Moana. And if you win, you can have the possibility of rewards of Captain Hook. You're going to get some grand campaign coins, which we'll talk about, gold, level up, experience potions, and then also just experience. And experience is important because it's separated from just the character's experience. You have your overall account level. You can see at the top level of the home screen what your level is, and you can also rock a talisman of your choice. As you see, I've got the Golden Kingdom up above. But you're going to be able to level up your characters to the maximum level of your overall account. So you'll be able to level up your characters to get them stronger and stronger and take them into battle to conquer everything that DSA has to offer. If you're coming from games that are already like this, then you're going to be very familiar with the character abilities, or if you come from something like Pokemon, it works very much the same. Every character within this Disney universe is going to have different abilities that do different things throughout the battle, controlling the battlefield or laying waste on your enemies if they're offensive characters. Now, there's going to be offense characters, defense characters, and support characters, whereas naturally, the offense characters are going to hit harder, the defense characters are going to be able to tank a little bit better and protect your team, and the support characters, well, they're going to support. That's pretty obvious. So if you click on the top right, you can see the 3 bars, and this will describe your character. You can see here with Frozone, we've got a hero character. You know he's not a villain. He's going to be a support in aiding his team, and then he's also going to have the tags of Downtown, The Incredibles, and Downtown Hero. Now, don't let this scare you off. There will be synergies with other Incredibles and other people that they share common bonds with, but we'll get to that a little bit later. All right, now that we've got the basics done there, let's talk about both gear and abilities. Starting off with the gear. As you attain more and more levels, you're going to be able to equip different gear pieces, and these are going to give you stat bonuses to you and your characters. Now, at different points, you're going to be able to take the gear from level 1 of your overall gear tier. We refer that as G1 or G8, and you're going to be able to take that all the way up to gear 8, which is maxing out your character. And as you increase these characters, again, their offense, their defense, and their health statistics are going to rise. And with gear, you're going to be able to go ahead and up their speed, critical power, and different abilities like that in different stats, which I do have a video explaining all the stats in the game, although it's a little bit older. Now, because it's a little older and I don't want this video to run too long, very quickly, I'll just hop through the stats and say about one word for each of them. Now, offense obviously is your attack power. Defense is going to protect the character against oncoming attacks. from the offense stats of other characters. You have the health, which is obviously your character's total health and all. Recovery is going to be used for healers within the game and how much they can heal overall. You have crit chance and crit power, which are going to be doing some more damage with most abilities, and you're going to see a lot more damage. That can happen every now and then, with the crit chance obviously giving that chance to hit a critical hit. The speed there, like we talked about, very important. Potency and tenacity, big concept to wrap your head around, but just simply there's harmful effects and then there's helpful effects for your team. Helpful effects are going to be buffs in the battle that make your characters faster, stronger, and survive longer, while harmful effects are going to be able to be put on the enemy, making them weaker, slower, and everything in between. Tenacity makes you be able to resist these harmful effects, whereas potency allows you to lay them on easier. And evasion and precision is about dodging or landing hits. So there's all the stats, very neat and wrapped up so that you guys who aren't gamers and just Disney fans can better understand. All right, so we've talked about the gear, we've talked about level and experience. Let's go ahead and talk about abilities, which is a very important piece of DSA and something you really want to remember for at least the characters that you're using in battle. Now, if you can remember more than that, that's great, as that's going to help you against other people. However, just start off by learning your main squad of characters and learning their abilities. So every single character is going to have a basic ability that's going to do some form of healing, damage, self-protection, something like that. They're going to have some abilities that they can use that are special to that character, aiding them in battle or just punishing the enemy in some way. Now, Cozy Club, some characters have passive abilities that are abilities you don't have to use. They're going to be passively activated throughout the battle, and they're going to do different things depending on the character. So if you realize you can't use these abilities, it's because they're already happening. It's things like increasing speed or having something happen within battle when something else happens. Now, passive abilities are really good to know, but you don't have to use them in battle actively. Now, one last thing we want to talk about in the abilities section are leadership abilities. Now, it's important as we talk about the game as a whole, you're going to have all these characters and you're going to be able to make up teams with up to 5 characters. So in these teams, you're going to have one leader character, and then you're obviously going to want to have something that's really good at taking damage, and we call those tanks, and you want offense characters to lay out that damage. And in most of these games, you want a healer. Not so much in this game. You might a little bit, but they kind of fall off towards in the mid and late game. So some characters have leadership abilities like Shan Yu. You can see he gives a speed boost to all members of the kingdom faction. So again, you can check out what faction your team is in with those top 3 bars at the right. You can see exactly what each character is and where they're at. And Shan Yu's leadership is going to make all kingdom members a lot faster. So very quickly being said, right, if you have Shan Yu and some kingdom characters, and then you have a random, let's say, character that is within the Wilds faction, he's not going to get that speed boost where your other characters are going to be a lot faster. Again, guys, if you want to just join an awesome Disney community and just a great community altogether, feel free to join the Discord. Also, if you enjoy watching things live or you want to see me play the game live, you can join the Twitch family, where just an amazing community of people. Typically stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and we have party Fridays that are a little crazy. But if you want to join, I'll put that down in the description below and also in the comment section. Now, quickly, if you guys want any extra help, feel free to join the Patreon family, which you guys can join. Honestly, the best family community. It's a great bunch of people. We've got our own channel in the Discord, and also you'll get a roster review depending on the tier that you're up for. All right, so we've gone through the characters, we've gone through the collecting. You guys are just eager to start playing this game and really start making your way within DSA. So let's go ahead and talk about all the different modes and everything that you can see here from the home screen. You've got this big shining orb in the middle calling your attention. These are going to be the live events. During DSA, there's a lot of events that happen to unlock different characters, different resources, and different game modes to use your characters. Within these events, they're going to be changing up daily, weekly, and monthly as new characters come out and old characters return. So within DSA, there are different game modes, and let's go ahead and talk about what they are and what they mean. PvP is going to be versus real players, whereas PvE will be versus the computer or within the video game robots, if you will. So looking at the top left, you see the Sorcerer's Tournament. Now, this is where you're going to face off against other real-life players' teams that are going to be controlled by the computer. But these teams are set by the players, and you're going to be put in a group of players who started the game around the same time as you so that it's fair. Now, it is important you listen up because this is where you earn your gems and where that's the in-game money currency, right? So you want to get as many of these as possible. So when you climb the ranks, you're going to earn more and more both tournament coins and gems. The tournament coins you can use in the exchange, which we'll get to in a hot minute, and the gems are used for just about everything within DSA. This is where you can earn the most amount of gems every day in the entire game, and up to 300 if you are the king of the tournament each and every day. And the tournament coins can be used to unlock different characters throughout the game, and some really solid ones at that. So right under that, you have the Towers of Endurance, Cozy Club, and essentially these are going to be battles that are comprised each and every day. And once you've completed one of these towers, you're going to be able to unlock spells and go to the next tower. Currently, there are 5 towers within the game, and as you make your way through, you're going to climb and beat different enemies, going up floor by floor to claim and defeat the towers. Now, further towers have special requirements on characters, so ensure you're paying attention to those. And the tower is a continuous game mode, which it means in short, if you lose health from one battle to the next, it's going to carry on over. Now, this is an important note about the Towers of Endurance that pay attention to. These tower exchange tokens, you guys want to hold on to these until about after tower 3 or 4, and then you want to start opening up these spell packs because, well, we'll get to spells here right after this, but you want to make sure you're getting the best spells because spells are going to be something that you use within battle, both for your team and against the enemy. Since we're already on this subject of spells, Cozy Club, let's jump into what spells are in general and exactly what they do. Spells are going to be really unique to DSA, and they're really fun to use, although not a ton come out at a time. Now, spells, you're going to be starting with 2 spells unlocked to start the game, and you're going to continue to unlock more through various means, like we said, through the tower mode. There's going to be different spell charges throughout the battle, and you're going to get this by dealing damage, and that will charge that spell faster so that you can use whatever that spell may be within the battle. Spells can do damage, they can heal, they can give or inflict special effects, and they can even revive defeated characters. Now, there's a lot to spells, but I would first just kind of handle learning about characters, then learn about spells, and then what you're going to want to do is take this team that you have built of either heroes or villains or both to these different game modes. So we've talked about a lot of the game modes on the left side. Let's finish off with Summoner Challenges. Now, Summoner Challenges, you're going to be completing battles based on the role of each of your characters, defense, offense, and support. And these are going to give you various rewards like gear, gold, and runes. And there are 2 of each a day that you can repeat during the week, Monday to Saturday, and on Sunday, all of them are going to be available. So you're going to be getting things like gold and gear and other important things. And one thing to note is you notice when you go into battle, both in your main campaigns, but also the challenges, there are little stars. So if you get 3 stars, which you can achieve by not losing any characters, you can go ahead and auto that battle. So essentially in the campaign, if you get 3 stars, you can go ahead and auto and just keep on farming, like we said, those Captain Hook shards. Or in challenges, you can also auto these if you are a VIP. So quickly talking about DSA, you can either play this game free to play, which it is possible. There are definitely ways to get a great squad and really build your way up throughout the game. Or you can obviously do the pay-to-play path, which is going to be stuff in the store and using real-life money. Now, want to mention, guys, this game can be addicting, so make sure that, you spend within your own means. However, again, you can definitely enjoy the game free-to-play, but if you want to get characters faster or you want to get characters that you definitely want, you also have the option to spend. Now, spending in the game is up to you, really. That's not my decision to make, and I try to tell you the things that I would buy or wouldn't buy, but we'll get back to the best things to buy if you're going to spend a little bit within DSA. Let's go ahead and jump to the last game modes. So live PvP within the battle menu is where you're going to take your characters to the test live against another human in real time. So very cool feature here in DSA, and you can go up against someone real time and with similar squads for the most part and climb up the live PvP ladders, which you can earn packs and different shards in this way as well. So for the last game modes, before we get to the club adventures up there at the top right, we're going to go ahead and look at what are clubs within DSA and why are they so important to join. So clubs are 50 members that are all together in one unit that represents a club. For any reason, if you have a hard time finding a club, in my Discord, we do have a looking for a club section where we would love to help you find a club, and we have people to find a perfect fit for your playstyle within the game. Now, clubs, as soon as you're able to join one, and first off, you're going to go ahead and chat with other people who love the game like you and join a smaller community within the larger community of DSA. So that brings us to the top right, which is Club Adventure. So you've got the raid, which you'll be doing a little bit later in the game, taking on Ursula and all of her minions with your club all together to get some big rewards and hopefully some shards of some of the best characters down the line. But outside of that, you're also going to be able to do Club Dungeon, which is something you're going to do each and every day, especially as you start out, and it also helps your club all together. The Club Dungeon offers an increasing difficulty of characters to fight while going through the dungeon, and you're going to get club coins and other rewards such as spell tokens. You'll be able to make your way through this dungeon and hopefully get all the way up to level 20, which you'll repeat and get more and more rewards. And you want to keep on battling and testing your power to climb the dungeon all the way to the top, doing this each and every day and also weekly to help out your club. Now, lastly, within Club Ventures, we've got the bottom right, which is going to be the Club Conquest, which is going to be a big, massive brawl of 3 different clubs where you're going to be battling other rosters that are similar to yours in power, taking on each other, taking over towers all together, which I plan on having a complete Club Conquest guide out pretty soon. But if you're at all questioning what it is, go ahead and get with your club leader, either through the game chat or Discord, to better understand Club Conquest. But just quickly, in short, Club Conquest is a 1v1v1 style of match where you can win by controlling the most towers. Now, keep in mind, you must register with that register button each and every week to participate and also get the rewards. You'll be able to choose your teams, and your club leader will set those on defense, and then on the days that they're elected, you're going to be using your teams on offense to take over these towers. Don't try to wrap your head too much around this, as you'll learn this as the game goes on. So we've gone through the basics, we've gone through the game modes, and once you take these teams through these game modes, you're going to be earning currency, in which in return get more and more characters. So let's jump on over for the end here and look at the exchange and really what this is all about. So on the left, guys, we already went over the character collections, the store, which you can use real life money to buy characters faster, and then you've got the exchange. So clicking on the exchange, you can see all of these tabs. You've got the premium exchange with the gym there. The gold exchange is the daily exchange where you can get gear. Club exchange, like we talked about, you're going to get this resource from being in a club and doing Club Dungeon. You can go get both characters and gear within this, and also, again, check out the farming guide for the recommended characters to go for. Next up is the tournament exchange, which, again, with Sorcerer's Tournament, you can use that resource to get more amazing characters. Lastly, you've got the tower exchange for spells, like we talked about. The raid exchange, which you'll get by defeating Ursula and getting raid coins. And then lastly, you've got 3 more. The next one with the eye is the Sorcerer's exchange, which don't worry about these stones yet. Not a lot to worry about, but if you really want to see, I've got a whole video breaking down stones from a while back. Lastly, you've got 2 more shops. You've got the token exchange, which once you get a character maxed out to 7 stars, you can start earning currency within this exchange. And lastly, the VIP exchange, which is going to be for those chubby dolphins, those whales, which are the big spenders within the game. Now, circling back, if you do choose to spend in this game in any capacity, the smartest way to spend is doing either the VIP or the pass holders that come off on a monthly basis. Now, there are a lot of different great things with VIP. You can do things a lot quicker. You get double login rewards. You can do more farms. You get things quicker. You can have a 3 times on the battle play speed. Overall, the VIP is definitely worth it if you're even somewhat remotely interested in this game and want to keep on playing, but you don't have to have it by any means. Even some of the top players that I know still don't utilize VIP, but it definitely helps increase your rate of doing everything. And it also decreases the time. If you're more time sensitive, it also decreases your time within the game to quickly auto battles and get through things at a quicker pace. The pass holder season is on the right. The big image, this happens to be Miguel, which you can also, this is a lot like other pass holders that you can go ahead. Once you level up through the campaign, you'll level up your pass holder, getting other rewards. Now, this is also good later down the line. If you do choose to spin, you can get a good amount of gear and character shards and things like that. Now, the thing that I would recommend is really just check out the top mistakes to avoid within DSA up above, and that will really explain everything you need to know about things you don't want to do when starting off Disney Sorcerer's Arena. So yes, I know that was a ton to chew on, but we worked our way through just about all of it. And the last things I want to say is you've got the daily quests, which you're going to log in and try to knock these out, get some really good rewards, go ahead and farm the characters you're progressing towards. And guys, this is a slow burn game. Keep that in mind. Now, y'all, today's video is more of a broad basic scale of what DSA is, but rest assured, we've got guides for just about everything you can think of. We've got a guide for each and every Tower of Endurance from 3, 4, and 5. 1 and 2 aren't too hard, so if you want to find those, I'll put those down in the description below. We also have guides on the best characters to go after, again, the top mistakes to avoid, really anything you can think of, and I'll go ahead and put my favorites down in the description and in the comments. And other than that, Cozy Club, we're going to be doing more beginner videos. If you guys do like this, if this video gets 500 likes, I'm going to go ahead and do more basic videos, like going through all the status effects within Disney Sorcerer's Arena and different things within battle to help you better understand the game in general. This could not be a better time to start DSA in 2021 as the game is growing and you're still not too far behind, guys. So make sure you jump on now. Go ahead and join the Cozy Club community. Until next time, my friends, stay cozy.